Welcome back, everyone, to Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It Homestead. If you can tell, the light's on because I thought maybe it would be super cute to give you a garden tour before it gets completely dark here. So let's hit it. This is the bed that has all the different types of tomatoes that I told you about, but guess what? We're all not perfect. I have a fault, my own fault, that I need to point out. Take a look at these leaves. See how they're curling? I think that I did that by overwatering yesterday. I have a lot of that going on in this bed on some of the leaves. But this is the tomato bed, which isn't looking too bad. Sunflower. This is that indeterminate tomato, Tiny Tim. But as you see, this is happening to a lot of the tomato plants. I hope I didn't just kill them by giving them way too much water yesterday. There's another one right there that's curling, so I'm going to leave it alone. I really wanted to single stem these tomato plants, but I'm really thinking now I might cage them because of everything else that's going on in my life, because they really should start being tied up as of right now, because they're starting to bend and fall over. So they need to either be tied or I'm going to use tomato cages. So that is that bed with that mistake that I wanted to point out. It's also happening in this bed as well, the curling, because of way too much water. Can you see the leaf right there? So this is the second bed of tomato plants, but I mean, they look good. I'm not going to water them. They got a little sprinkle tonight. But how cute are the lights? That one's not on yet, but that one is. So that's what's going on in that bed. Let me see if I skipped anything. I have an herb in this one. I don't want to bounce around. Sunflower right there in the corner. Marigolds doing good. Oh, yeah. And smell cilantro. Let me move this out of your way so you can see there's the cilantro, which this is not the one that doesn't bolt quickly. This one is the one that bolts fast. I think I do have a seed for that, so I might end up replacing that. So that's the first bed. Second bed, I told you this is what's going on with the tomato plants because I gave them extremely too much water. Here is the mammoth basil, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, mammoth basil, that's doing amazing. I have tomato plants that are falling down. Eggplant looking great with the beautiful sunflower. So this is what's going on in this bed with a little bit of the curling of the leaves. I think that's what's doing it. Not 1,000% positive, but I'm pretty sure. I just overwatered. And this is the homegrown parsley, which is looking amazing. This is that bed. So we're doing like a nighttime gardening tour. Now, peppers. This is why I am convinced that I overwatered, because there is some yellowing of the leaves. See it right there as well. I was distracted yesterday all in my own head. I was letting the hose run while I was weeding, and it's also showing in my peppers, so wish me luck that they all bounce back. There is Genovese basil. Eggplant's doing fine. There's some more basil going on over there. Finally, that light just turned on. But how cute is this to do a garden tour right before dark? So there are the two pepper beds. Here's the other one with some parsley, I think so. Genovese basil. And I do have some yellowing that's going on in the leaves in both of the beds of the tomatoes. The peppers. So need to let that alone. You can even see the curling up on the tomato bed. So I really think that's my bad. I think that I did that. So I'm not going to not tell you guys that I think I overwatered. And let's just hope they'll be okay. Let's see. This was the pepper bed. This right there, I planted a couple seedlings of marigolds. is coming up. I used that as like a little greenhouse. It's getting a little windy here. I don't think we're expecting any rain. I hope not after what I did. This is mammoth basil going on right there. Rain gauge, super cute. Lights are lit. Let's go over to this. This is the square foot garden bed. This is oregano. Turn that around. Oregano is doing great. Sugar snap peas all coming up. There's still more that has not germinated yet. All the bush beans are all coming in. I did a video of filling that in. They're starting to pop up. Let me show you. There's the babies. So a bunch of bush beans. These are the red beans by Baker Creek. That's what these are. Let's go over here. Here's the middle. All the beans look great up the middle. I have some leeks that are growing right there. Sunflower doing good. Here are the rattlesnake pole beans. They're not exactly climbing yet, but they are starting. Take a look at that. So they're doing good. All the arugula is coming in. The pak choi looks amazing. This is that square foot gardening method that I told everyone about, where you don't need a lot of space and you can grow a lot of stuff. I did pick a few earlier. Let me see if I can grab one. This one's a little bit smaller, obviously, but they're all coming in great. Lettuce looks amazing. Kale. And this is the bed with all the zucchini, cucumbers, the baby. Let me say, this is a small sugar pumpkin that's up right there. I think this is another one actually. And here is the midget watermelon. Actually germinated, came up. We have a bunch of cucumbers coming up. Another sunflower. This is all different types of cucumbers. They're starting to get some yellow flowering down there. They'll start trailing up the trellis very shortly. Butternut squash is doing great. Eggplant. That's another butternut squash, but I have multiple seeds coming up, so that might be a little bit of an issue. All the zucchinis and the crooknecks and the black beauties are all looking pretty good. And right here is, I just threw that over to the table, cantaloupe, if you can see that. I put it inside the cage so that it can start vining around it like such. So we have cantaloupe that's doing good. A lot of changes, but I also made a huge blunder mistake, and that was by overwatering. So that's what that looks like. This is the wild flower garden bed right here. Lots is popping up. Again, just gotta let it all pop up till I determine what's the weed. And let's take a walk. I like this little nighttime garden tour. This is my other bed. I planted some onions. I think 4 or 5 yellow, 5 red. This is all carrots, different types, all in here. I did a video on that. That'll be out. And then down here I did like parsnips and whatnot. So that is that bed. It is watered because it was hot here today. And carrot seeds are in, a few onions are in, parsnips, and something else I planted down here. I just can't think of it right now. This is my other bed, because yes, I needed another bed. I had lots of extra plants. This happened overnight. I'm not sure why. Maybe too much water. This one, hopefully that'll pop back. This one is not going to be salvageable here. And we'll see what goes on with this one right here, which is a big red tomato plant right here. Again, I think I overwatered because I do see some yellowing in the leaves. So this is an extra bed. They're all peppers except for the first row. They're tomatoes with some basil over there growing. And there, you guys, I finally have the carrot bed and the parsnips. So that's finally done. But this is what it looks like right now. And I wanted to bring my amazing subscribers and my new subscribers along to do an actual nighttime garden tour, walk through the garden at night. I don't know, something cute, something different. So that's the pepper bed with a row of extra tomatoes. I might have a couple left over to replace those ones if they don't make it. Carrots, onions, parsnips. Don't hold me to the last one on parsnips, but this whole bed is done. I just came over to water it because when you do carrot seeds, you have to keep watering until it germinates. And then down here is the tomato bed. I showed that. Showed you the leaves, everything that's going on right here. I did bring a bunch of tall sticks, but I'm not really sure if I want a single stem now due to the factor of having to move. But look at how cutesy it looks. And I showed you the two pepper beds, zucchini, cucumbers, lots and lots going on in this bed. So yeah, there you have it, guys. I wanted to do a nighttime garden tour, something different that I've never done before. And look at the beautiful sky. I might have went a little bit fast, but I wanted to get it done before it's actually dark, fully dark here. So yeah, I hope this was different for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And if anyone thinks that I'm wrong about my curled leaves on the tomatoes, feel free to leave me a comment down below. But I really did let the water run too long yesterday, and I think it affected the peppers and tomatoes. And help me out, gardeners. Will they survive? I hope so. So that is this week's garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Let you see it a little bit when it's lit up. And yeah, like I said, something different to do. That'll be this week's garden tour. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. Please smash the like button. If you're new here, welcome. Subscribe. Leave me a comment. And I will see you all on the next garden tour. There you have it. Beautiful and peaceful over here. God bless everyone. Have a great night.